Rice is the staple food of half of the world's population. This is about 3 billion people. Most of them live in Asia. Most meals in Asia are eaten with rice. Special occasions, festivals, and rituals are marked with certain rice dishes. For thousands of years, rice has been cultivated by small-scale rice farmers in Asia. Rice is not just food to us Asians, it is our identity,
our heritage,
our way of life.
But rice is facing a lot of threat.
It all began in the 1960s with the Green Revolution of rice, largely promoted by the International Rice Research Institute. In a quest to produce more mechanization, chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and high-input rice seed varieties were developed. Governments all over Asia pushed for this modern farming technology. Agrochemical cooperation boomed. Like a miracle, production increased, but this was not to last.
After a few years, harvest dropped. The high-input rice varieties were more vulnerable to pests and rice disease, and it needed a lot of inputs like water, fertilizers, and pesticides. The cost of these inputs grew higher. The synthetic fertilizers eventually made the soil less productive. The chemical pesticides made humans ill, polluted the air, the soil, and the water. The crops were contaminated with the poison. The pesticide poison killed both pests and its natural predators. The balance of nature had been destroyed.
Hundreds and thousands of small rice farmers suffered from pesticide poisoning as well. The modern monoculture farms that were dedicated only to rice no longer have other kinds of food sources in need to eat. By only planting the commercial high-input variety, thousands of native rice varieties had vanished. The Green Revolution was a lie. To make things worse, trade liberalization, pushed mainly by the World Trade Organization, forced poorer countries to open their markets to rice from richer countries, made cheaper by their government subsidy. Our farmers were in no position to compete. Local small farmers were driven to even greater poverty than before.
Agribusiness corporations made genetically engineered or GE rice seeds. It promised to yield more and resist certain diseases. Never mind that it still needs expensive inputs, that it is not a normal seed that can be planted again. With GE, farmers will not only have to buy the usual high-cost farm inputs, they will also need to buy seeds every growing season. It's not the answer to the farmers' problems. It's the answer to agribusiness corporations' need for more business.
Worse, GE food hasn't been proven safe to eat. In fact, there are many experiments that have shown it to be harmful to animals and humans. For example, rats fed with GE potato had bleeding in their gut. Many people have had bad reactions to GE cotton and GE soya. And GE crops can pollinate local native rice varieties. And when that contamination happens, that rice variety will be lost forever.
That sucks. What's going to happen to us?
That's up to you. We can save our rice or just do nothing.
Would you want to find out what can happen?
Let's take a trip into the future.
You have decided to join the fight to save our rice. It is the year 2030. You're eating your favorite dish with warm rice, and you think to yourself, this is really good. It's tasty and it smells good. It's organic. Farmers everywhere are practicing organic farming. And you remember 2009. 2 decades ago, in 2009, you decided to join the fight to save the rice of Asia. You were among the increasing number of people all over the world who are demanding for organically grown rice. Over time, consumers were rejecting food that are GE and chemical-ridden. Producers took the cue and turned to growing local rice varieties organically. You continued to eat, and onlooker would notice this confident and proud bearing about you.
You probably thought what you do does not count. You do not matter. So you chose to ignore what you found out. It's now 2030 and you are in a hospital. you've just been diagnosed with stomach cancer. Your doctor's explanation floated vaguely in your mind, but when he mentioned that long-term clinical trials have proven the link between illnesses like asthma and cancer to pesticides and GE food, a memory from a long time ago crept into your mind. You remember that 2 decades ago, some groups raised the alarm on GE food and chemicals used in farming. There was even this video you watched online, but you couldn't be bothered then, so like many others, you did nothing. Agrochemical corporations won. Over time, pesticide, chemical-ridden, and GE food and GE rice is all there is to be had. As you walk away from your doctor's consultation, anyone looking at you would think you look desolate and defeated.
What you know and what you do matters.
Let's save our rice.